What's up everyone, it's DV. I'm here to show you how to craft every single block in Roblox Islands. And this is a multi-part video because the game does get updates. So of course there's going to be new blocks being introduced to the game constantly. So this is going to be an ongoing video that I will update every now and then as they introduce new blocks. And on top of that, in future videos, I will show you also how to make the different types of equipment and items in the game. So let's hop down to my workshop so we can get started. Before I begin, just a reminder, hit that like button and smash that subscribe button if you're new. First, I'm going to walk through the different wood objects in the game. So the different blocks that you can get. So of course you have plain wood. So that is from the saplings here. So this is what a sapling looks like. And you can buy these at the vendor outside where you buy seeds. Show you where you can buy all the different trees right now. You go out to the seeds vendor and here's where you can buy all the different trees. So the sapling is what we consider oak. So this is actually an oak sapling. So if you're wondering like, hey, where do you get oak? That's just wood. So your oak is coming from the regular sapling, and then pine sapling and then birch sapling and maple sapling are all available from the same vendor. So going back to my island here, I'm going to show you how to make a wood plank. So to get wood, you're of course going to have to chop down the trees. So you can use an axe or you can use a pickaxe to chop down a tree. So this gave me 4 wood and it gave me my sapling back. So I'm going to replant that so I can have it later. And now that I've got wood, you can actually use this as a block as well. If you want that style, like maybe if you want like a log cabin kind of look, it has that grain, that wood grain still in it versus a plank. So wood plank is actually oak, but that's what that looks like. And in order to make one of these, you just need to go to the sawmill over here and you just need to run your wood through it. So it does require 1 coal. You can also use a sawmill here, just a standard sawmill, and you need to use coal to be able to fuel it. And then you just put some wood through it, and that'll create planks as well for you. Just pick those up. And so those give me 4 planks for each of those. Now to make a oak stair, which is in here, so you can see every single wood type has a stair, and it also has a slab, and it also has a fence. So whenever you see anything that says oak, again, that's just plain wood. You can see it just requires wood plank. So I'm going to go and craft an oak stair, and then we're going to craft an oak slab and a wood fence. I wish all of these were named the same versus oak slab and wood fence, because it gets a little confusing for new players. So you can see here, now that I've crafted that, you can see I've got my oak slab and I also have my wood, my oak stair, and that's that. So to make any of the other wood, it's the same process here. So I'll go through it a little bit faster, but essentially you've got pine wood that comes from pine trees. You've got maple wood that comes from maple trees. It's the orange looking tree. And then you've got birch wood, which it has kind of like the white with the black, and that's birch. So I'm going to show you what these look like next to each other real quick. So this is maple wood, and this over here is pine wood. We have birch wood, and then pine has the darkest wood. So if you're looking for something really dark, pine's the way to go. And those are pine plank. And for the lightest wood, you're going to be using birch. The birch has a really, really light, almost like a sand color to it. And there's our maple. Maple has more of a reddish tone to it. And there's our birch slab. So pretty much everything that you need to make, your basic workbench is going to be able to do all of the wood as well. So you don't need a tier 3 for the wood. So next up, I'm going to show you how to make a ladder. A ladder just uses wood. So we'll go over to our basic workbench here. You can see a ladder just requires 1 wood. It doesn't need to be a wood plank. It's just wood. So the torches are really easy to craft. All you need to do is go to your workbench here. You can see a torch only costs 2 wood and 1 coal. So we'll craft that. It's a super cheap item to make. It gets brighter and brighter. So the doors are also craftable here. So you can craft the pine door from the basic workbench. The iron door does require at least a tier 2 workbench, but the pine door only requires 10 pine wood. And you see there, this is what it looks like. And then to craft one of these iron doors, you need a few things. So to craft one of those, you need 30 iron and 1 green sticky gear. And so the way you get iron, of course, is you can go and farm iron ore and then use the furnace to smelt that down to ingots. They look like just little iron bars. And then what you need to do is you can either use a furnace, so you can take your iron ore and use a furnace. You can also use a campfire. Campfire only does 1 at a time. Alternatively, you can use the smelter. The smelter does require some coal and your iron ore as well. The difference here is it actually goes a lot faster. So you can basically do something like this with a smelter. And you can see I've got a coal totem and I've got a couple iron totems. It's going to melt the iron down all day for me. And by putting these totems here, they're going to automatically drop ore onto the conveyor belt. And then it's going to go into the smelter. And then it's going to go to my industrial chest. So, and then green sticky gears, to get those, they look like this. These you can get from killing slimes on Slime Island. So Slime Island is available on the main, the first island that you go to, and they are rare drops. They're not super rare. I think they drop like every 5 to 10 kills that you do. So they're not hard to get, and that's required to make this iron door. You know, of course you're going to have grass. So grass is one of the most basic blocks in the game. You go over here to the blocks seller. If you go in there, you can see he's got grass. So you can buy that. You can also make dried grass. So how you make dried grass is pretty much through the furnace. You just put the grass in like this, and then you can pick those up, and now you have dried grass. So So dried grass looks like this. So this is regular grass, and dried grass has kind of a weird look to it. There it is. So you can see that is dried grass, and you can plow this as well. So you can plow it just like regular grass. Now the downside is you kind of reset it if you plow it again. So if you want it to stay there, don't plow it. Otherwise you're gonna have to make another one. Now coal blocks. So in order to make coal blocks, they look like these black blocks here. You can see that I use it pretty much for the majority of my base. You do need some coal. You can use a coal totem, put a conveyor next to it, and auto basically fill up chests, and you can AFK this all night. So you can just keep clicking here and AFK it if you want. And then you do need 10 of them. So you need 10 coal in order to be able to make one of those blocks. And you can make that from a tier 2 workbench. You can see here it requires 10 of them, and you can make that. And then you get these cool looking blocks. I think they're one of the coolest looking blocks in the game. They got like a really cool texture to them. Just it looks neat. Next is iron blocks. So iron blocks look like this right here on the outside. You can see it's pretty nice looking tile kind of looking block here, and that is an iron block. And in order to make those, you need 10 iron. So this is iron right here. So you just need 10 of these. You take those, go to your tier 2 workbench, click on iron block, craft, and I just got another iron block. Gold blocks are a little harder. So of course, in order to get gold, you do need to go to Buffalo Island. So I'll show you that process just because it's a little bit more complicated than iron. So you need to go all the way over here, jump into Slime Island. You do need a pickaxe for this, of course, and a weapon to be able to get to the island. So just make a wooden sword if you don't have one yet. And in order to access Buffalo, it says Buffalo key. In order to access Buffalo Island, you do need a Buffalo key. I already killed slimes for mine, but it's a rare drop from slimes. It's not super rare. It's actually about the same rate as sticky gears, if not easier. But just kill those for a bit until one of those drop, and then it looks like this white looking key thing here. It looks like this. So this is what a Buffalo Island key looks like. It is a one-time use only, so as soon as you go through, it uses it. And in order to get gold, you're going to need to come around to the island and look for gold stacks. You just farm these for a bit, and sometimes it'll turn into a gold ore stack. So see right here, there's one right here hiding. So there's a random chance for these ore deposits to be gold. So after you take these out, they spawn something else. So like I just took that out, it might turn in, this one right here might turn into iron. So you can see it turned into iron on that one. So even though I just got gold from that one, it has a chance to turn into coal or iron or back to gold again. And then once you have your gold, just come on back to your island, and we're going to take our gold ore and we're going to smelt it. I'm just going to show you with the regular furnace, the small furnace, just because most of you will probably have that instead of a smelter, but you can use a smelter as well. Smelter is going to be way better for this just because you won't have to wait so long. So you need those gold bars, and then you just need gold, and then you just need 10 of those, and then you can just go to your tier 2, click on gold block, and then craft your gold block. It looks really cool. Here's what it looks like. It's kind of, the funny thing is if you look at the yellow clay versus a gold block, here's the difference. Here's the difference in the look of them. So this is a yellow clay block, and here right next to it is a gold block. Granted, it's glowing because I've got torches near it. So you can see that's what it does. Here, I'm gonna take it a little further away. So that's a yellow block, and that's a gold block. So the gold block does have a little bit of that iron kind of look. You can see it's got that outline. If you look closely, it's got the like kind of inside outline. It has like the inside lighter line here, and this one just has more of a grain to it. So brick blocks are next. So brick blocks look like this. So that is a brick block. You can also make just like any others. You can make a slab, and then you can also make stairs. So if you're trying to make maybe like a older kind of style looking building, maybe a barn or something that just had a little bit more old-fashioned look, that's a great way to do it. And so the way this works is you do need to bake clay. So going over to our industrial smelter, let's go ahead and turn these off because we don't need any more iron. So the clay looks a lot like the stone blocks, but they have like a bluish tint. They're kind of purplish blue. So we're gonna bake. We're just basically smelting or baking clay, and you're going to see they come out as, I kind of wish they were called red bricks because it makes a whole lot more sense, because there's such thing as stone bricks as well, but I think they should be just red clay bricks or something. So that's what that looks like. So to make a stair, it does require one of these bricks, and to create a slab, it just requires one brick as well. So I'll show you that. You can do that from your tier 2 right here. So this requires one brick, and this requires one brick as well. So again, if you're looking to make this kind of style brick, you just need clay, and you can get clay from totems. That's the only way to get them currently is through totems. And in order to buy the totems, you just need to go over here and go to the totem vendor, and you can buy clay totems there. It's 10,000. Next, we have stone brick blocks. This is a stone brick block. And we got the stair, and we got the slab. That would be the slab. So again, block, stair, and slab. In order to make these, all you need to do is use a stone cutter. So the stone cutter looks like this, and you can put your put some coal inside to be able to cook it, and just put some stone in. And you can also use a stone cutter if you have one. looks like this, then you can just do it through here as well. And you just need to pick it up. There's the stone brick. And again, with stone brick, you can also use your tier 2 again and create stairs and slabs that way. So you can create your stairs and slabs. It does only require one stone brick to make the slab or the stairs. Now, mossy is actually really cool. They introduced mossy not too long ago. I guess it's been a little while, but not too long ago. And it looks kind of cool. It has like that mossy block look. I'm going to pull one up for you. And in order to make that, you just need to go to your tier 2 again, and it's right here, mossy stone brick. It requires 1 tall grass, and then you require 4 of those stone bricks. So I just crafted one. I'll show you what it looks like. So you can see it's got kind of that green moss look. It looks really, really cool. And unfortunately, you can't make stairs or slabs out of this yet. I don't think they'll ever do it. I could be wrong. So you'll need to mix regular stone slabs and stone stairs with your mossy. All right, so next up we have the aquamarine blocks. They're pretty new. So you have the regular aquamarine block that looks like this. It kind of has like a water, like the bottom of a swimming pool kind of look. It looks really neat. So there's that one, and then you have the regular brick style here. You can see the block. It's kind of bright right now because I've got so many torches nearby. Let me move these a little bit. And then you have the brick look, and then you got the stair, and then the slab, the brick slab. So I'm going to show you how to make all of these. So you need to go over here to your tier 2. And in order to make the first aquamarine block, you do need 4 shards. In order to be able to get the aquamarine shards, you just need to go to the ponds, and you need to harvest aquamarine ore. If you haven't done that yet, just go over to the pond in the main lobby. If you haven't already done this, if you go into the pond, you'll see these ore blocks. You get them through this. It's actually really easy to get. So you can craft those through your tier 2. So to make the aquamarine bricks, it's just like regular stone bricks. You do need to go to a stone cutter. You can use the industrial or the regular. So this is an industrial. It's going to be way faster. Or you can use just a traditional stone cutter and just plop your aquamarine blocks in there with some coal. And then you'll make bricks. So you make aquamarine bricks this way. And then to make the stairs and the slab, you just go to your tier 2. Click that, craft, and craft. So next up is bamboo blocks. Let's go over to Slime Island to show you how to get those real quick. So to get bamboo, you just go to any of these, cut one of them down. So what I would recommend, always chop at the bottom because it'll give you all the items above. Because what you don't want to do is like this. This is kind of silly. So just chop from the bottom, and then you can go back to your island. You can actually plant the bamboo like this, and it'll actually grow on your plot. And you can just farm it that way. And after that, just go to your tier 2 workbench, and then it costs 5 bamboo. So you can make this bamboo block. And it's pretty much the only green block in the game as of this video. It kind of has like a watermelon look. It looks kind of cool. And then on top of that, if you want to make a dried bamboo block, what you need is 5 dried bamboo. And you're going to be like, DB, how do I make dried bamboo? Well, good question. So what you need to do is over here in the furnace. So the small furnace here, what you do is you put some bamboo in there with some wood or coal. I'm just gonna use coal. And what happens is by using the furnace, you're cooking the bamboo and it will dry it out. You see I got dried bamboo now. And then from there, you can go over to your tier 2 workbench and craft your dried bamboo block. And it looks like that. So if you want to look at regular bamboo versus dried bamboo, that's what they look like. I'm not really sure. Like, I'd love to know, like, what are the good uses for dried bamboo? Maybe you're trying to make like, like a hut kind of look or something. I'm not sure who would ever use it. Next up is a mushroom block. So in order to get mushrooms, just go to Wizard Island and you're going to be harvesting red mushrooms. And then using the red mushrooms, you just need 5 of those. And again, you need to get them from Wizard Island. To get to Wizard Island, go to Slime Island and then Buffalo Island and then Wizard Island. In order to get to Wizard Island, you do need a Wizard Island keys. They look like that. And then you can go to Wizard Island and you can see there's like little mushrooms kind of on this key. So that's how you get mushrooms, is going to that island and you can just pick them up. There's a ton of them on the island. You can actually place these around your island as well. It's kind of cool. So you don't actually have to use them for crafting. You can decorate an island with those. So that is how you make a mushroom block. Sea lanterns are a little bit trickier. So a sea lantern looks like this. So it's a glowing block, right? If you're familiar with Minecraft, you're familiar with sea lanterns, and it looks almost like an iron block. So we'll put an iron block right next to it. It has a lot of similarities. The difference is you'll notice that this one has more of a teal, like turquoise kind of look to it because it is a sea lantern and it does glow, whereas this one doesn't have any kind of glow properties. It doesn't have any lighting to it and it doesn't have any color to it. So in order to make a sea lantern, you do need to have the Game Pass lighting station. So just because you have a lighting station does not mean you can actually make lights. Just so you're clear, you need to buy the Game Pass in order to be able to even use this lighting station. So even if someone gifted you like 10 of these, you're not going to be able to use this. And that goes for any kind of station that requires a game pass. So like fireworks, you need a game pass. You need a game pass for lighting station and floral bench. And you can get these by clicking on the little dollar sign here on the menu, and you'll see that there is starter pack, fireworks, floral, and lighting station. So these three are the current Robux only stations, and you do have to have the game pass to be able to craft anything from those. So if you do have a lighting station, it requires 20 aquamarine shards and 10 coal to make one of these. Look how bright that looks. Crazy. It has like a really cool like outline too. The glow looks really cool too. It's kind of got like a greenish glow to it. Next up we have sand. So sand you can only buy from the vendor currently. Sand does look a little bit like birch. I'll show you what the sand versus birch looks like. So this one right here is sand, got that grain look. And then you can see the birch wood, and sand is a lot brighter than birch wood, but from a distance after a while, you wouldn't even notice the difference. Not really. And so sand is bought from the vendor, same with gravel. So I'll show you both of those real quick. So you can get sand from the vending guy out here where he sells blocks. On top of that, we were just gonna cover gravel next, which is a lot like sand. It's just the stone kind of color version of it. Now, if you're familiar with Minecraft, these do not have any kind of gravitational movement. So if you take the block under them, they're not going to actually, drop down. So they will stay anchored no matter what you do, just like any other block in the game. It's entirely cosmetic. Now, the interesting thing though about sand is you can actually make glass with it. But I want to show you real quick how you can do this. So if you go to your small furnace and put some coal in and put some sand in, you're going to actually make glass. So we just made glass blocks now. So you might ask, well, why would you ever do that? Why would you ever smelt glass? Well, let me tell you why. So sand costs 8 coin, whereas glass blocks cost 60 coin. So huge savings if you're willing to just smelt your own glass. Now, for people that have a lot of money, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense for us to do because it's just easier for us to buy 1,000 of these than it is to have to smelt. But that's if you're really, really trying to squeeze and you're like, well, I really want a lot of glass blocks, but I can't really afford the 1,000 that I need because it's going to cost me 60,000. You could just get this for 8,000 and just smelt it. So moving into the glass items here, glass blocks and glass panes are actually purchased through the vending. So now that you know where you can get glass, let's head over here and show you some things that you can do with glass. So you see the colored blocks here, as well as the colored glass, the tinted glass. In order to make that, you do need a coloring station. The coloring station looks like this, and you can make a coloring station by going over to your tier 2 workbench, and it does only cost 40 iron and 50 wood. So if you wanted to make tinted red glass or tinted red panes or even just red clay or red carpet, you can pretty much make all of these through the coloring station. Red clay does require, so pretty much all of these do require one flower of whatever color you're trying to make. So if you want to make a yellow clay, you do need a yellow flower, and if you want a blue clay, then you need a blue flower. But here, pretty much all of these, you just need one item of whatever you're tinting. So if you want red clay, it just requires one clay block. If you want a red glass pane, it requires one glass pane, and so on, and everything else will require one of that flower. So it's really easy to make these. I actually hope that they do this a lot more. Like, it'd be cool to be able to color a lot more objects using the coloring station than just these, but we'll see. I'm sure they're going to add stuff. And then as far as carpet, so if you're wondering where you can get carpet, you saw this right here, right? Red carpet. In order to get carpet, you just go back to the vending guy out here, and he will also sell you red rugs. Red rugs, I've never really been fond of them because you can buy carpet here, and then you can buy red rugs as well. So you can buy that. They are 80 coin, and then the red rugs are 100 coin. So going back over here, red rugs look like this. And I've never really been fond of them, although you can use them for other things like secret rooms and stuff. Like you could pretty much cover like a secret passage, which is kind of cool. A lot of people have been doing that with these. So that's pretty much it for the first part of this video. Next video, I will be showing you how to make all this equipment and how to get all the resources for making smelters, industrial stuff, pretty much everything in the tier 3 here we're going to go through, and how you get the materials. So all of these, including how to make stuff from the anvil. So all of these like weapons, and then some of these as well. So like being able to get leaves and all that. So we're going to go into a little deeper dive next video. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button and smash the subscribe button if you're new. So until next time, I'll see you in game. Peace.